Good morning on a fine, crisp autumn morning here in London. All this year we've been remembering the events that led up to the outbreak of the First World War 100 years ago, how we slipped into war and the carnage in the 4 years that followed. And today, that war, along with the Second World War and all the conflicts that have followed, will be commemorated in the simple, unchanging ceremony here at the cenotaph. In earlier wars, it was the generals and the officers who had memorials. The ordinary serviceman was largely forgotten. But World War I was different. The whole country mobilized with hundreds of thousands of volunteers joining up. It was a war which touched every family in the land, and they needed to remember the dead. It's now 30 seconds before 11 o'clock. The Royal Marine buglers sounding the last post, preceded by a one gun fired by King's troop. on Horse Guards to mark the end of the 2-minute silence. And now Her Majesty the Queen lays her wreath on behalf of the whole country. The 93-year-old Duke of Edinburgh, who passed out as top cadet at Dartmouth in 1939 and was mentioned in dispatches during the Second World War. The Prince of Wales, who served 5 years in the Royal Navy as a helicopter pilot and commanded his own ship. The Prince of Wales' feathers on his wreath. And the Duke of Cambridge follows him, who's served 7.5 years in the military, in the cavalry, the Royal Air Force, now working as a helicopter pilot with the air ambulance in East Anglia. Watching on the balcony the Duchess of Cambridge and the Duchess of Cornwall and the Countess of Wessex. And the Duke of York now. He's going to be taking the salute on Horse Guards of the veterans who've marched past the cenotaph later. He, of course, served in the Falklands War as a helicopter pilot aboard HMS Invincible. He's followed by the Earl of Wessex, the Royal Honorary Colonel of the Royal Wessex Yeomanry, the only armoured reserve regiment. And the last of the party, the Duke of Kent, Field Marshal, President of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, who served 21 years with the Scots Graves. When he was just 6 years old, his father was killed in a wartime flying accident. Now the political parties lay their wreaths. Prime Minister David Cameron, the band plays the funeral march in B flat by Beethoven as the leader of the Liberal Democrats, Nick Clegg, lays his wreath. Applause. I've never heard that before here for the Queen as she leaves the cenotaph, no doubt because of the dangers that were thought to be present in today's ceremony, and saluting her courage in coming here.